So the Nintendo 3DS and the Nintendo Wii U. These are the last consoles of my childhood. If you guys didn't know, the Wii U and 3DS eShop just closed down today, about 2 to 3 hours ago. The 3DS and the Wii U mean a lot to me because, you know, they are the consoles I probably spent a lot of time with, and probably the last Nintendo consoles I was really excited to collect for. And don't get me wrong, I love my Nintendo Switch, but collecting for it is just not the same. And I can go into a few reasons why I personally feel that way. While I still enjoy collecting games for that system, there's something special about the 3DS and Wii U, and that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to go ahead and just start with the Nintendo 3DS. Now, this is not my first Nintendo 3DS, actually. My first Nintendo 3DS was a 3DS XL. It was the red and black one, you know, the standard XL before the new Nintendo 3DS 3DS came out. The names were horrible for these extra consoles, but the original Nintendo 3DS XL was my first 3DS system, and I loved that thing. I played it so much. I have plenty of videos where I talk about some of my favorite games of all time. I have a whole 3DS collection video, so I'm not going to talk about every single game that's in my collection or every single game that I enjoyed, but particularly just having the 3DS with me, having this be the true final portable console that Nintendo made. Something that, while the XL is kind of big, it could still kind of fit in your pocket very comfortably, and you didn't have to worry about damaging the screen as much because it was like a clamshell design. That's what made this console so special. It was the last true portable console that Nintendo made. I know they have, you know, the Switch Lite and everything, but even so, when you have a Switch Lite and things of that nature, you kind of want to take it with a case, or you want to take it, I don't know, like in a bag or something. You can't truly just put this in your pocket like you could with the 3DS. Having something so accessible at all times where I can just have a lot of fun on it, having something simple as Street Pass. And you know, you don't get a lot of Street Passes now, but back in the day when Street Pass was very popular, it was a function on the Nintendo 3DS that allowed you to pass by other people in the Nintendo 3DSs, see what games they were playing, and then kind of have like a few mini games with them as well. And that was always exciting to come home and do. It was how I spent the end of my day, just going over my Street Passes every single day, getting new Street Passes, meeting new different people. Eventually, I ended up getting the new Nintendo 3DS XL, and I got this Pikachu edition that I take really good care of, especially now knowing that, you know, since the eShop is closed, these are going to be harder to get, and you can't really download games like you used to. There's a whole different process for that now. It's going to be a lot harder to get these consoles. But I have very fond memories with my 3DS, and I just wanted to say, you know, thank you for all the memories as a child. I can't wait to finish. I'm really close to finishing all the games in my 3DS catalog. Once I go through that, it's going to be a very sad day, because that means, you know, unless I want to really replay a game, I'm going to have to move on to other systems. While I'm still playing this console, I still want to say a good rest in peace. Definitely recommend getting these if you can. They're fantastic. And if, you know, now's the time to get them. If anything, some people may be even selling them. If you really want to, you can mod them and then, you know, have the whole 3DS collection illegally or whatever. It's gonna be missed. I'm gonna miss seeing this around as often as I used to. It used to be like every other person had a 3DS, and now everyone has their Switch. So it's gonna be missed, but I'm not gonna forget it. I'm gonna keep playing it and, you know, continue to enjoy my 3DS system. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the Wii U really quick. Not as amazing of a system as I once thought. While the 3DS is leaving behind an amazing legacy of games and just being the last true, you know, handheld system that Nintendo ever made, the Wii U is probably, while gonna be the last true, like, at-home console for Nintendo, it doesn't leave much of a legacy. And that's just because a lot of the games that are on this system have been remade for the Switch. The Nintendo Wii U didn't sell well. I don't think it's, you know, it's a surprise, and it's not a, you know, a revelation that this thing didn't sell well. Everybody knows the Wii U and how it flopped and how it didn't sell nearly as well as the other consoles. Despite, you know, the failure of the Wii U, I still really like my Wii U, and there's a lot of reasons for that. That feature that I talked about earlier that allows you to, play your game specifically on the Wii U when someone else was using the TV as a kid, that was really cool. My dad can continue to watch his TVs when he got back from work, and I could just continue playing on the Wii U gamepad. While a lot of games were eventually ported to the Switch, there are a few gems on the Wii U that you're not able to get anywhere else still to this day. Some of those are like the Zelda remakes, with being Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Nintendo Land, and a few others. It's not a huge list, to be honest with you. I would say those are the top 5, but those were really good and fun experiences on this console that you can't really have in any other console. And while I hope that one day Nintendo decides to port the Wind Waker HD collection and the Twilight Princess HD collection to the Nintendo Switch, there's just something about that being only on this particular console that makes it really special to me right now. As far as I remember, this is the last console where you were able to buy your NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64 games, and Wii games and play them on this particular console, and that makes this console very, very special. I have the Zelda edition Wii U, and I really love this system. If you guys don't know, Wind Waker is my 3rd favorite video game of all time. And it was, it's really hard for me to put into words why I love that game. I know in a lot of people's eyes, it's not the best Zelda, and for a good reason. I mean, some of the other Zelda games are a little, you can argue they're a little bit more fun. I find Wind Waker to be, fantastic in almost every way. And this was the last console that was able to really celebrate that game. And I might want to make a video on Wind Waker itself, because it is its 30th anniversary this month, so I want to celebrate that. But the fact that this was able to remake that classic game in such an amazing way, and I still love it for that reason. And it's one reason why I'm going to keep my Wii U. I'm actually going through Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 again, because Budokai Tenkaichi 4 was announced, and this is one of the last consoles that's able to play Wii games, like actual physical games. And as far as I know, it's probably gonna be the last console that is backwards compatible. That was the nice thing about the Wii U and the 3DS, is that they were both backwards compatible with their previous systems. While I accept its failures and everything, I still find it to be a really cool idea, a really great console, and I'm glad that the Switch fully realized it. But I still have fond memories getting this. It was the last console I actually bought for myself as a child, and when I say child, I mean I was 16 at the time, and I don't regret it for a second. I was definitely broke after that, but it was totally worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna miss these guys, and while the Wii U didn't necessarily have its potential realized, I still love the thing, and the 3DS is gonna leave one hell of a legacy. I hope you guys got the games you wanted from the Nintendo eShop. I know some of them are gonna be really hard to get physically, but if you can snag a good deal while you can at the moment, go ahead and do it. I highly recommend getting a few of these great titles. I made a video if you want to look back at some of my favorite titles to get. And if you want to look at my 3DS collection video, I have a video on that. That being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care and enjoy your systems. And remember, life is short. Try to enjoy every moment you can.